Ugh. Ugh. Whoa! Shoot! Already? You guys ready? Okay. Okay. Not bad. Yeah! Too cool. All right. Got it. Level up. No way we're losing this one. We won. I'll make you pay. Now that's going too far. Time for a knuckles sandwich. No one can match the power of my fists. We won't give up the Chaos Emerald. Win at all costs. Way too easy. See ya. Guess you ain't half bad. Nobody beats Team Sonic. We'll show you. All right. With these fists, we can't lose. We'll take you on any time. All right. There's still more to come. We better hurry. All right. Perfect. Not bad. Guess that's about it. I didn't use all my strength. Just enough to pass. Ready for the junk pile. Sorry, but we're in a bit of a rush. What a waste. Eggman, you'll never beat us. What a ruthless bunch. Not a very bright move for a genius. The three of us are unstoppable. Sonic, Tails, let me deal with this. What a wild ride. What's it doing here? We're about to crash. Jump, now. We're not going there, are we? Shah! Whoa! Let Sonic take care of this. Best left to Tails. I've got it. Line up, side by side. It's really steep here. Be careful. Let's head up there. Try going down there. What's next? I'm so ready. Rotate the camera with the R button and L button. Rotate the camera with the R2 button and L2 button. Rotate the camera with the R trigger and left trigger. Use the C stick and change the camera to leader's first-person view. Use the right analog stick and change the camera to leader's view. Use the right thumbstick and change the camera to leader's view. Attack enemies on the ground with Blue Tornado by pressing the B button during a jump while in speed formation. Blue Tornado will attack enemies by scooping them off their feet. Press the square button during a jump while in speed formation to attack ground enemies with Blue Tornado. Blue Tornado attacks enemies by swirling them up in the air. Press the X button during a jump while in speed formation to attack ground enemies with Blue Tornado. Blue Tornado attacks the enemies by swirling them up in the air. Press and hold the A button to ascend while flying. Press the A button repeatedly to ascend quickly. Keep pressing the X button to ascend while flying. Press the X button repeatedly to ascend quickly. Keep pressing the A button to ascend while flying. Press the A button repeatedly to ascend quickly. Attack using fire combination with the B button. I'll show you my best moves with consecutive strikes if the button is pressed at the right time. Final blow is very powerful too. Press the A button to restore Sonic and Tails into normal stance. Attack using fire combination with the square button. I'll show you my best moves with consecutive strikes if the button is pressed at the right time. Final blow is very powerful too. Press the X button to restore Sonic and Tails into normal stance. Attack using fire combination with the X button. I'll show you my best moves with consecutive strikes if the button is pressed at the right time. Final blow is very powerful too. Press the A button to restore Sonic and Tails into normal stance. When jumping, press the B button in power formation to use Fire Dunk. I turn Sonic and Tails into fireballs to shoot at enemies. When jumping, press the square button in power formation to use Fire Dunk. I turn Sonic and Tails into fireballs to shoot at enemies. When jumping, press the X button in power formation to use Fire Dunk. I turn Sonic and Tails into fireballs to shoot at enemies. Press the A button after a jump in power formation for triangle dive. We'll all form a triangle and glide. Press the X button after a jump in power formation for triangle dive. We'll all form a triangle and glide. Press the A button after a jump in power formation for triangle dive. We'll all form a triangle and glide. Get close to the enemies in power formation and watch Sonic and Tails attack them with auto-homing. With Sonic as leader, use homing attack to approach a wall. Press the A button to perform triangle jump. Use the control stick to change the jump angle. With Sonic as leader, use homing attack to approach a wall. Press the X button to perform triangle jump. Use the left analog stick to change the jump angle. With Sonic as leader, use homing attack to approach a wall. Press the A button to perform triangle jump. Use the left thumbstick to change the jump angle. Press and hold the B button when Sonic is by himself to spin, and release to kick. Press and hold the square button when Sonic is by himself to spin, and release to kick. Press and hold the X button when Sonic is by himself to spin, and release to kick. Dash along the trail of rings using light dash by pressing the B button when we get close to them, with Sonic as the leader. Dash along the trail of rings using light dash by pressing the square button when we get close to them, with Sonic as the leader. Dash along the trail of rings using light dash by pressing the X button when we get close to them, with Sonic as the leader. Press the B button when Tails is alone to stun approaching enemies with a dummy ring bomb. Press the square button when Tails is alone to stun approaching enemies with a dummy ring bomb. Press the X button when Tails is alone to stun approaching enemies with a dummy ring bomb. When grinding, use the B button to accelerate and control stick to balance. When grinding, use the square button to accelerate and left analog stick to balance. When grinding, use the X button to accelerate and left thumbstick to balance. Move the control stick left or right and press the A button to jump from rail to rail. Move the left analog stick left or right and press the X button to jump from rail to rail. Move the left thumbstick left or right and press the A button to jump from rail to rail. Team Blast Sonic Overdrive is activated if the Z button is pressed when the gauge in the top right of the screen is full. Strike the enemies using light speed attack by pressing the X button while jumping. This attack only lasts for the amount of energy left in the gauge. Team Blast Sonic Overdrive is activated if the R1 button is pressed when the gauge in the top right of the screen is full. Strike the enemies using light speed attack by pressing the square button while jumping. This attack only lasts for the amount of energy left in the gauge. Team Blast Sonic Overdrive is activated if the Z button is pressed when the gauge in the top right of the screen is full. Strike the enemies using light speed attack by pressing the X button while jumping. This attack only lasts for the amount of energy left in the gauge. Where you guys been? Get this thing off me! I'll punch this thing with my fists. You can get the item if you light up all 3 lights on the wide spring. Your teammates will give you hints if you touch this hint ring. Seems like we have to activate all 3 switches. Press the B button to grab the switch once you get close to it. Use the control stick to push or pull on the handle. Press the B button again to release. Press the square button to grab the switch once you get close to it. Use the left analog stick to push or pull on the handle. Press the square button again to release. Press the X button to grab the switch once you get close to it. Use the left thumbstick to push or pull on the handle. Press the X button again to release. It's almost as if that target is telling us to hit it with a ball. Looks like that Omochao has something to do with this gate. If we go through those 3 giant rings together, we will earn bonus points. Once the checkpoint is touched, you can restart from there when you lose a life. Each time you trigger a checkpoint, the leader's level is also increased. Target direction depends on formation. Press the A button to fire and B button to cancel when in power formation. Change cannon direction with the control stick. Target direction depends on formation. Press the X button to fire and square button to cancel when in power formation. Change cannon direction with the left analog stick. Target direction depends on formation. Press the A button to fire and X button to cancel when in power formation. Change cannon direction with the left thumbstick. How do we turn off the switch for the laser on this fence? Hey, I think that this thing may fall on us if we step on that shadow. Looks like that thing will fall if we touch that laser. This wooden container can be broken by attacking it using the B button. This wooden container can be broken by attacking it using the square button. This wooden container can be broken by attacking it using the X button. Do you think we can use that pole to go up? I'm sure we can use it with speed formation. We can use the current from that fan to go up. Ready to try the triangle dive? Looks like we can use that current blowing from below to go up. Looks like that case is being protected by the robots. We should take care of them first. Use the control stick to steer and accelerate. B button to brake and A button to jump. Use the left analog stick to steer and accelerate. Square button to brake and X button to jump. Use the left thumbstick to steer and accelerate, X button to brake, and A button to jump. Each time the bobsled takes on damage, one character is thrown off the bobsled. The speed decreases if Sonic is thrown off, and if Tails falls off, the bobsled won't be able to jump. There's gotta be a switch for this somewhere. This case can be unlocked by a switch. I'll crush this thing with my fists. Leave them to me, Sonic. I'll take care of them. There's more? I've been captured. Phew, that was close. Hey, I need help! Those robots won't budge against our attacks. Let's use power formation so I can lead the attack. That robot is protected with spikes. Timing is everything when we attack. If that robot with a searchlight detects us, he'll call others to come. Sonic, do something about that robot's shield, will you? That gold robot seems to be the leader of the group. Let's take him down first. You can't move if you get caught by that jellyfish-looking robot. Get him before he gets anyone. If captured by that gold robot, you'll be taken away. We have to defeat that robot before he disappears. Even with my strength, I can't damage that gold turtle's shell. We need to attack its stomach. It'll make things easier if we can knock that big robot off his feet. The robot's armor is strong. Even my attacks are useless. We better find a way to remove that armor first. That healing robot is like a magician and can transform when he's flipped over. He's dangerous, so watch out. You lose rings if that robot with a cloak casts a spell on you. Tails, flying enemies are all yours. Attack them with Thundershoot. We should take care of them first. That's the spirit, Tails. There's no way out this time. Give yourself up. Tails, try slowing it down. Then Sonic and I'll take it from there. When the craft is spinning, that's my chance to attack. I'll put an end to this, Eggman. Are you playing with that girl's heart again, Sonic? Why would we want to kidnap Froggy or Chocola? Well, if I can't convince them, then I'll just let my fists do the talking. We win if we force Amy's team out of this field. But if they force us out first, then we lose. Get ready! We can blow our opponents further back by leveling up. But if we don't have any rings, we'll be blown off for sure. We must first get the power cores and rings. You've got to jump to counterattack. I'll take care of him myself. They're everywhere. I'm just warming up. Ready! I'll destroy 'em all! That guy never gives up, does he? Let's take out the cannons first, then we can attack the body. The cannons that shoot those metal cannonballs are pretty strong. Let me handle it when we attack them. Who cares? I can't believe that Batgirl. I'll get her next time. There's something wrong with Shadow. Those guys will attack with Team Blast if all three of them get together. Get at least one of them. Some characters are better suited for enemy formations. Make me the leader when the enemies are in speed formation. Ready! Defeat the robots and the case will open. Then use the item inside to get Eggman. No worries! Let's see what you've got! Time to pay, Eggman! The center of his body is its weak spot. It uses its shield to protect against our attacks. We have to do something about the shield first. That robot will come charging once there's enough distance. We must chase it and remember not to get left behind. Where'd he go? He's used time. We're with you until the end. Man, he's tough. Phew, that was pretty tough. The buildings and roads are all part of a pinball table. I hit the big one! I got it! I got it! Thank you very much. Ah, shoot! This must be the VIP room. Something's up there, but it doesn't seem like we can go up. What do you mean we have to start all over? On the table, we turn into balls. And off the table, we're back to normal. When in a ball, press the A button to hit it with the flippers. Press the L button or R button to control the flippers. When in a ball, press the X button to hit it with the flippers. Press the L2 button or R2 button to control the flippers. When in a ball, press the A button to hit it with the flippers. Press the left trigger or right trigger to control the flippers. And while turned into balls, you can move the control stick right and left to slightly change the direction of the balls. And while turned into balls, you can move the left analog stick right and left to slightly change the direction of the balls. And while turned into balls, you can move the left thumbstick right and left to slightly change the direction of the balls. You have to activate a switch to open this door. Let me handle this. I'll use my fist to break through the glass. How can we stop that dice from spinning? Pressing the A button will stop the reels from spinning when inside the big slot machine. Pressing the X button will stop the reels from spinning when inside the big slot machine. Pressing the A button will stop the reels from spinning when inside the big slot machine. The bingo number on the panel lights up when passing through the gate of that number. You'll receive rings when you get a row of numbers vertically, horizontally, or diagonally. Looks like we can switch the leader even while on the pinball table. That way we can all go into that giant slot machine together. The number of rings paid out from the slot machine on the pinball table varies depending on the matching symbols. Up to 200 rings is paid out on one ball, but if you have 3 balls in the machine, it's triple to 600 rings. But if Eggman symbols come up and match, you lose your rings. Feeling lucky? Get 20 rings for each bingo. Perfect bingo adds 40 rings. That means the whole card is worth a total of 200 rings. Everything's twinkling and bright. I hate it. There's bingo on the table. Bingo! I've got 'em all! This must be where Eggman keeps all his money. Boy, my head's spinning. Energy plant? We can't let him get away with this. What's with this path? Just standing on it carries me forward. Looks like Eggman's robots are up to something again. Looks like we can open the shutter. Isn't there a switch for it somewhere? I don't like this place. There's no living plants. Wow, what's this? Those barrier devices look like the ones we saw on the path. We can probably destroy them if we take out all of the robots. Eggman's robots are up to something with those machines. Let's worry about them later. Better not touch those fireballs. What's with all these buildings? No worries. We've got this one. Looks like Eggman escaped into the city. What is this place? Sure is bright here. Eggman! Got it! That thing's loaded with Eggman's weapons. Sonic! Hey, isn't that... What'd you say? Maybe that's the ghost of Shadow we saw earlier. Give it up! Boy, talk about cutting it close. Come on, tell me you weren't scared. If it wasn't for us, you wouldn't have a chance. You can count me in, too. Sonic sure has his hands full. She never gives up, does she? Oh, no, you don't. Wait! Hey, isn't there something here? Who'd ever think this thing could float in the air? We have jungle mushrooms on my island, too, but not this huge. I hear there are frogs here in the jungle that can summon rain. The rain the black frog summons is known to kill plants. Let go of the ivy when it reaches the highest point of its swing, okay? We may be able to use this flower if Sonic can stir the wind up. We may have some control over the flower as it goes up and down. What's up with this ivy? Maybe we can grind on it. Dodge that ivy by going up or down. Eggman, you tricked us again. You sure it's safe around here? That's some powerful rain. That fruit can take out the enemies. What's that? There's something really big in that swamp. What? There he is again. What a huge pond. What's going on? No problem. Look, the door's opened. We don't know what this switch triggers. This door won't open without finding a switch. There may be an invisible path running alongside the torches. Something weird about this tower. Let's try to find out what's up. We have to break through the wall. Let's use those ghosts as steps. These are doors, right? What's going on? Those switches must have something to do with these statues. The trolley controls are the same as the bobsled. Be sure not to hit any ghosts. Use the brakes and jump. B button to brake and A button to jump. Use the brakes and jump. Square button to brake and X button to jump. Use the brakes and jump. X button to brake and A button to jump. This place makes me feel uneasy. What a castle! Hey, you surprised me. What's this, a spider web? What is this place? Ghost must really like me for some reason. I'll break this rock into pieces with my fists. Some of the submerged sea ruins move when you get close to them. Hey, Tails, can't we get to the shore on the other side by flying? Looks like we can use that cannon to go up. Has our mission to find Eggman been postponed? I'm ready to take them out. If we use triangle dive, we can move all around while gliding. Well, at least he'll carry it and not us. Whoa! What's with that giant rock? Looks like its buddy has joined the party. Wow! I'll take care of this stone door. I'll break these ruins into pieces with one punch. The stone pillars on both sides of the path are beginning to crumble. We better get moving. Without any guards, this palace looks deserted. They really went overboard. Wow, we're flying way high. Here we go! Way to go, guys! The cannons are aiming our way. Watch for those target markers. Destroy those cannons with thunder shoot, Tails! I'll break those cannons into pieces. Let me handle this. I'll take care of that giant cannon. Sonic, pull out that propeller using a tornado. They're firing at us! Dodge the bullets by moving up and down. Let's go up! Those look more challenging. Sonic, let's charge it using your rocket Excel. They're firing at us again. Do they think they can hit us? Ready to land on the battleship. More battleships. Time to destroy the next one. Here it comes. Move down. Let's find Eggman's flagship. How does this thing stay afloat? Doesn't matter. Let's take it down. You think you can handle it, Tails? The egg carrier is nothing compared to this. I'll destroy everything that comes my way. It's blown to pieces. Some of the platforms are unstable. We better keep moving. The cannon's blasts are powerful. Watch out, even when flying. What was that bright light? Giant laser cannons? There are 3 laser colors, red, blue, and yellow. The color of the laser being fired matches the color of the rail. The cannon will light up right before it fires. Stay off the rail with the same color or you'll get burned by the laser. It's the red laser. It's the blue laser. It's the yellow laser. The rail we're on now will light up right before the laser fires. A self-destruction switch? Maybe we should press it down. Hey, Sonic! Hop on that pole and do the tornado jump. We can reach that fan using triangle dive to glide. The fan isn't working. There's gotta be a switch somewhere. It's Team Blast time! Even with 4 laser cannons, that's still not enough to stop us. Your trickery is unforgivable, Eggman. Keep your eyes on the rail, Sonic. They're pulling out all the tricks. I think we can change the direction of that lighted rail we were just on with a switch. Let's find the switch. I'll handle the capsule. This door won't open with a switch. We can destroy the duct on the floor and go down from there. While airborne, we can move slightly left or right. I can't believe someone would build such a thing. I guess we're heading in the right direction. A tunnel? All right, got it. I'm right behind you. Hey, come on now. Don't do it, Sonic. Hey, which way is the cannon facing? Hey! I think my heart stopped. That must be Eggman's base straight ahead of us. Wonder where Eggman's secret weapon is.